Oh, we got a great review. All right. I think we're done with that part. Get started here. We don't need the music. All right, here we are. Just another chill hangout stream here on this old channel. Really dusting it off here, right? Last night when we were watching the Thorps. Last night, Grace was saying that Lalo touched her thigh. If you don't know what's going on here, Grace is essentially homeless. She lives with her dad, attached to her dad's hip. Okay, can't leave her dad's like line of sight, pretty much. Okay, cannot leave him. Lalo is this short Mexican dude that she's been pretty much flirting with, kind of like it has not at all been clear that she has no interest in him whatsoever. Okay. And yesterday, we saw part of a stream where she was trying to say this guy was groping her thigh. Grace is the sort of person that will bait you, will like try to throw hints at you that you do certain things. You make those moves, and then she's going to tell her daddy, and she's going to turn around and say SA. All right? You know, like those girls that will weaponize the Me Too stuff? Grace is one of them. Grace wants to be the victim. Why? Grace likes the attention. Also because it makes her daddy happy. Very disturbed, very damaged person. Okay? There's examples of women weaponizing situations. Grace is one of them. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this stream goes a different way. But I just previewed like a couple seconds, and I was like, oh, come on now. We aren't really doing this, are we? Whoa. Hey, I got real close to you guys. Real close. My lips are very close to you now. You can almost smell my breath. What does it smell like? It smells like winning. I guarantee you it smells better than whatever that Thorpe RV smells like. Okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Grace is aging gnarly, right? Yeah, she is. Oh, 8 people watching right now. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, Steven, how's it going, man? Steven Thurman. CEE. How's it going, man? All right. Let's go and press that play button and just sit back and enjoy this. No, there's some dead air in the beginning because there's a tech issue. I think there's some audio issues. Like Grace is talking. It's not muted. It's not muted. My volume is working. It's on their end. They figure it out in a little bit. We're going to watch them because right now they're telling the story, but Grace is realizing, wait a second. They say they can't hear us. They say we're muted.
Something like that's not going to go
There we go.
away,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's not getting social cues.
Yeah.
So did it occur to you to tell chat, like, this thing is rubbing my leg right now? It's like, you know, because then it would have been
Did it
like
occur to me?
bringing it to like content. Obviously, you're saying I'm making content out of it, and they would have thought it was hilarious. Like, what the fuck?
It occurred to me, yeah. It occurred to me. It
Because-
occurred to me.
This is something that never once ever came up while they were hanging out with Lalo. Never once ever. Now she's going to try to act like she's the victim. Man, and remember this. They gave Local Queens hell when Becky was using what? The essay, the grape stuff as a bit. And now look at this.
Well, I mean, what is your concern? That he's going to get embarrassed, get pissed off, and go storming off?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Where was he at the time?
He was at the bar with me, the karaoke place.
But I think you're too nice to people. I think you defend people who are behaving poorly. Now, he should have said, I've got 4 days here. Why didn't he think of that?
Yeah, right. That's true.
He knows that's pretty, like, crazy, right? Can chat confirm that?
Oh, that's rich come from Ben. Ben is the sort of guy that say a guy should make a move. Come on now.
Chat is very anti-us right now.
Yeah.
Well, but can we get an answer? Or maybe someone...
Because, oh, yeah, let's look at their chat. Now, some of their chat is retarded. Let's see. Someone's like, on some real shit, this bitch is evil. That's Zexter 40 is. Okay, whatever. Then you get this one guy saying, fuck Lilo. Women should be respected. He isn't a real woman. I mean, I'm so sorry. That was a slip. Real man. Okay.
Someone wants to come up and try to argue it.
On some real shit, this bitch is evil.
Yeah, okay, we have, like, maybe incels in chat.
She didn't even have to tell chat. She could have muted and told him to stop, but pretending nothing is wrong.
But where is the credit? Where is the...
I seen that nightclub footage. That was when Hayes, this woman named Hayes, drove him to this karaoke bar. Is that the time? They were both very close with one another, and I swear, if you watch Grace talk to Lalo, she throws hints at him, she flirts with him, all sorts of stuff. It's like it's very clear what's happening there.
Like, where is the questioning of what Lalo was doing?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess they're saying, like, well, he's the man, so he's entitled to make a move, and it's up to you to tell him no. But I had already told him no.
Anytime a man wants to make...
When did you ever tell him no? You never told him no. Flat out freaking lie. Flat out freaking lie. You never told him no.
Move, he can just make a move over and over again when things have been clarified. That's not true.
Grace, pull this up.
He's like an overgrown boy.
Pull up the clip. Yeah, pull up the clip where he's making a move. Show us. Show us a 4K.
Decentralized wants me to show this GIF. Is this it? Hold on. Screen. Save. Hold on one sec. I won't show.
By the way, Ben's still wearing the same clothes.
This GIF, though. It's just, yeah, I mean, that was the time. That was this thing.
I don't know. You're talking to me now?
Yeah, I'm just showing
Chat
you.
Can't see it?
I can't show it right now because...
Well, you can show it on the iPad.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we got the clip.
Decentralized, can you DM me that GIF? I agree with Ben.
And say thank you.
Please. He knows I'm annoying. You want to make being a man illegal.
Look at the chat, too. This is the specimen that they have in chat. Iomedia, whatever his name is. Ben is right, obviously. Ben is a real man and not a P-ass boy. That like that's the type of damaged cases that they have in the chat there. Now, I don't know if that's like a long-term troll that's just trying to like egg him on. You know, it could be that.
Ben is right, obviously. Ben is a real man and not a pussy-ass boy.
Do you see... Does anyone see Lalo as a real man? Like a man? He's not even a man. He's like an overgrown boy who doesn't know how to do any of these things. I don't even think he's...
I guarantee what Lalo is a lot of things. Lalo does have his problems. But okay, let me ask you. If you have to take a course on how to hit on women, how to make a move, and your choice is either Ben or Lalo, and you have to choose. It can't bite the bullet, okay? You have to choose for some reason. It's like extra credit for something. I don't know why you have to do it, but you have to do it. Honestly, that's a terrible situation. That's real bad. I mean, if you take Ben's course, he'd be like, well, in-home is the best. So there is that.
Solid, I don't think he's even solid in his sexuality. I'm not saying that means.
We get it, Ben.
Okay, this is the GIF. Okay, wait, hold on.
Show us the GIF. Like nothing happened. What are you talking about?
Okay.
What? You guys been chummy and close like that? Whenever you guys are like alone together. What? That's the GIF? That's the GIF? Man, there's other times during the karaoke bar where you guys are very close. Very close. It looked like his arm was around you. What it is, the pissed off Ben, and Ben got to Grace and told Grace to make this accusation. That's what it is. 100%. Ben is scared, is worried that he almost got cock blocked by Lalo. Lalo almost did it. Lalo almost did it. Lalo, for all those Grace Simpsons out there, Lalo was the one who was closest to home, okay? To the goal. Like Tropic, I think his name was Tropic Thunder. What was his name? Something Tropic. There's a guy. His name is Tropic. And he sims for Grace. Like he really wants to date Grace. Anyway, we're moving on.
Okay, so I mean, I feel bad saying this because I feel like I feel like
Let's say this, Grace, right?
this is my fault.
No, it's okay. Let's say this. The women in chat will understand this. Okay, so you go to a bar by yourself, which you're perfectly entitled to do as a woman. But a guy is perfectly entitled to say, like, hey, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say yes, then do you owe him a blowjob and a hand job? No fucking way. But do you owe him to, like, talk a little bit? Yes, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't
I would
go
say.
anywhere, you go, thanks for the drink, and you leave. Now, if he follows you and is pesky towards you, you kick him in the fucking nuts. That's it, period. You have every right to do that.
Man, and these guys were, oh my God, they are really doing this. They're really going to scorch the Lalo Bridge.
You could maybe be verbal first and be like, dude, don't fucking follow me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's called being a pest.
Yeah.
You're being a pest. Now, the guy may lack social skills. He may blah, 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 this and that. But, like, he's got to pick up on the fucking clue. Women don't have to say it 10.
This is the guy who sent, like, what, eggplant emojis to his daughter. This is the guy who got his daughter to perform fellatio with a beer bottle between his thighs. Okay. Very rich.
1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
And if a guy is, like, over talking you have a right to go, like, hey, thanks for the drink. You know, and he's, like, telling you every fucking, you gotta, thank you so much for the drink. I've got to go. I got to use the ladies' room. And you don't have to say, and when I come out, I'm not going to come sit next to you.
Oh, this is the guy that pushed his daughter onto Whoremaxer and had her, where Whoremaxer had her, like, lick or eat or whatever to her own underwear for his pleasure. Oh, this is all sorts of rich right here, okay? This is full shit. Wow.
Yeah.
You just walk somewhere else in the bar.
Yeah.
And if he goes over, you go, guy, no. Right? But it's better to nip it in the bud. And if you have zero interest, right, don't let him buy you a drink.
Sure.
Right? You go
Sure.
like, no thanks.
Sure.
Okay. But women have every right to go to a bar. I'm not saying I endorse premarital sex, but like if they want to get laid, they can go.
They're talking about Lalo. They're talking about Lalo. Lalo. So Grace said yesterday that Lalo touched her thigh and was trying to make it like a thing. It like really hinted at the SA accusation there. Okay. And in this stream, which was I think today, man, they definitely explored that topic a little bit more. I don't know if Lalo's done any streams or videos after this, but like, man, imagine this. Imagine trying to get close to Grace. You know, you're her only friend. You're really her only friend. Okay, and you're kind of assuming the role of Ben in a way. And then Grace and Ben cook up this SA accusation. Wow. Wow. That's man. Who's ever going to collab with these people ever again?
Go to a bar and, you know, guys can make their play. That's crazy for you to go to a bar and not like understand, you know, it's not rude for a guy to go, hey, what's your name? You know,
Yeah.
or like use some cheesy one-liner on you. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But this is like in a long form, a pest, a person who's being a pest. And you
Sex
know,
pest.
and you know that streaming is a way in which a guy can kind of worm
Yeah.
and kind of make it seem like he has a relationship with you, even just like a friend relationship, or like these homeless people who want to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to go like,
yourself?
nah, nigga, like that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
Why keep inviting him into your life? I didn't think he was gonna do it.
Do what? Touch your thigh? She's acting like she's been sexually assaulted. He touched your fucking thigh. He touched your thigh. If that's even true. So what? Even if it is true. He touched your fucking thigh. Oh my God. Get over yourself, you stupid fucking bitch. Cry a river. And maybe you could float down that river. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'll say float down to Rhode Island. That doesn't make sense. That wouldn't work. You would just float down to Mexico. You know what? Ignore all that. Ignore all that. I'm getting upset. You know, let me take my chill pills. I need some chill pills, by the way. I went to the doctor today. And 3 years. I haven't seen the doctor in 3 years. Guys, there's a real chance one of these streams you might see me die of a heart attack. My blood pressure? Whoa, dude. At one point, it was like 185 over 108. They're like, whoa. That's weird. You can't do that. Anyway, moving on.
I didn't think he was gonna do this. I had already made this clear to him.
well, wait a second.
I
Wait
didn't
a
think
second.
he was gonna pull it.
Wait a second, Grace.
I know.
Yeah.
We were
Right. Game over? Yeah. Grace was hitting on Lalo as well. Grace was sending Lalo signals of flirtatious signals. Like, even the little, like, kiss me faces, the little, like, sucky faces she would make when they're talking and stuff. It is a sick fucking trap that she's playing. Maybe she should put on some pants. Yeah, right. I mean, come on. Yeah, you see that thigh? It's just asking. That's nasty, dude. Dude, there's no way. First off, the fact that Lala would be near Grace when you know Grace has to smell. He hasn't had a proper shower. It hasn't had a full-on proper shower and cleaning of down there. Okay? Man, you know how funky it gets down there on your average women. who do take showers. Imagine Grace. Dude, Grace, consider yourself lucky. Lalo can stomach your horrid stench. There is someone else in your life that was willing to bang you that wasn't your dad. You should have taken up the chance. What's your problem, honey? He wasn't your dad? Lalo was so close to being Ben. Does he need to wear the mask too? Is that the problem? Yeah, that's the problem. The problem that Lalo wasn't Ben. If Ben touches Grace on her thigh, on her inner thigh, oh. If Daddy touches Grace in a certain way, she'll open up. Oh, that's real gross, dude. Okay, I'm moving on.
We're in Port Lavaca, right?
Yeah.
We were like, we were thinking about going up to Dallas because out of nowhere, Miss Hayes was saying like, oh my God, I'm in Dallas, okay?
Yeah.
Now, she didn't firm anything up. But she made a lot of overtures like, I'd love to see you guys or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, all right. And then Lala was like saying, oh, you should come visit me in Arizona. We'll go to Vegas, okay? And we were like, I don't know. We were thinking of headed back to Rhode Island for the hearing, okay? But between Miss Hayes and Lalo saying like, he was basically crying. I want to see you guys.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right.
Because we said we're not gonna go to Vegas, and he was like, oh man, like I'm really upset about.
What a good actor Grace is. She's even trying to like appear small and like a victim. Look at that. Except she's fat. She can't appear small when she's fucking fat. Okay? I'll be mean. You know, Ruby and the other Ava, if she ever sees this, they're probably not gonna like the fact that I'm mean. I don't give a shit. Grace is a mean ass horrid bitch. Okay? If I saw Grace in person, I would throw her in a fucking dumpster. No, I wouldn't do that. I would pay a homeless guy to do that. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I don't know why I'm doing Bill Clinton voice right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here, dude. Remember, at any point I can have a heart attack and die. Okay. That 185 over 108 was very worrisome. They were like, are you not having a heart attack right now? I was like, no, man, this is how I normally run. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I had to work. Maybe my blood pressure's high because I had a workplace meeting this morning, and I work with a bunch of idiots at Initech. Okay, and they're like, they thought I was joking around. I was being serious. Game over. Your comments being censored. I'm on top chat, by the way. Let me go to live chat. Her feet are so dirty, so you know she has this. Oh, dude. Yeah, her feet are black, dude. The bottom of her feet is blacker than the void of night. That sounded more poetic in my head. That did not come out right. Okay?
About that. Are you sure you can't come? Blah,
And
blah,
I was,
yeah.
and we said like, you can come to us. Now, you can come to us means like we're not into it enough to drive to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Rich. Now they're trying to make it seem like they weren't even interested in having Lalo hang out with them. Look at these people. Look at them. Lalo hung out with them for like days. And now they're going to tell you, oh, it was really Lalo's idea, and we weren't really into it. We didn't really want him to be there, okay? He was kind of annoying.
Okay, and so that's a clue. That's a social clue. Like, you can come to us and we'll pick you up. But
A social... Dude, last time we were watching the clip where they were trying to hang out with Lalo's friend at Lalo's friend's apartment. Dude, social cues. They take over that apartment. And instead of it being like a friendly hangout, they like just take it over as if they own the place. Dude. It is rich.
we also didn't fund his ticket, right?
Yeah.
I got
And
20
so
people
we
watching.
didn't pay out of pocket.
Wow.
So it's a clue.
Hey, if we get 20 likes, I'll take a double shot of no, not a double shot. I work tomorrow. Okay. Let's finish off this sake. Let's do that. Let's finish off the sake. Yeah, game over. This is their pattern with everyone. Yeah, for sure. Lalo thought it was different. Lalo just got played.
Blue, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And between that and the Miss Hayes thing, and like it being close by, and it's on our way.
Yeah.
To go north, we're like, okay, we'll see what happens.
Maybe he was just being nice and reassuring, not hitting on you. The cope is insane in the chat. Am I crazy?
How was he being nice?
They're saying like maybe he was just reassuring you by rubbing my thigh.
Oh my god.
You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Like this under the table like that?
No.
Come on. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, so we were not.
This would be fine.
Yeah.
But like a rub.
Like I literally couldn't do what he was doing to you on camera because it would be
exactly.
like inappropriate.
Right.
Oh, but you do it plenty of times off camera. Yeah.
Right.
It'd be like
couldn't
gross.
Rub your thigh
You couldn't touch me the way, or I couldn't touch you the way he was touching me. No.
Right,
so
definitely.
yes,
Sexual.
I literally couldn't, or else like it would be like gross.
Rubbing a single woman's thigh who's in her 20s when you're in your 20s is very strong sexual.
Well, yeah, and it makes sense that he did that, even if he did that, okay? Assuming he did, okay? Which I don't even think he did. But if he did, it's like, yeah, she was egging him on, dude. We all saw that. We all saw the whole interaction between Grace and Lalo. There was definitely some weird sexual stuff going on there, okay? The reason why he didn't continue to do it is because he got the hint that Grace wasn't interested. Yet again, okay? It's very simple.
Message.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's true, you're just crazy.
I like how the chat's figured out. It's like, it's like you guys are accusing him of grape. Wow.
You're just crazy. Reassuring? I mean, a brother wouldn't rub his sister's thigh like that.
No. Then crosses his legs. So yeah, we were not like, we were saying like we're not.
I mean, what would be more sexual? It would just be either like genital touching at that point, or like boobs.
Or boobs, yeah. There's
Thigh,
pretty much
that's
no
like-
further you can get.
thigh is
That's
like
not openly.
right adjacent to. It's definitely foreplay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! You know how many times I accidentally grazed a thigh at work? I mean, not really, but I mean sometimes. I mean, sometimes in the office when I'm helping someone out, a couple times, dude, like the back of my hand grazed this chick's breast once. Okay, and I was working at Initech. I was helping this one girl with her tech problem. Okay, it's like I could just grab her laptop. I was just typing on it, and then, like accidental bumps happen. I'm just saying accidentally bumping, not even trying to do anything. Like people come in contact with other people's body parts. Hell, sometimes at the workplace, we flat out grab each other's butts. That is kind of true. Kind of true. Kind of. Okay. All right. Like what I was saying is this is not a big deal. And why am I even taking this seriously? This is a bunch of bullshit.
If a woman was rubbing my thigh at a bar, I know it's a little different, but I'd be like, oh yeah, like, so I'm going to at least get released.
Oh, yeah. Vetcher. Ben has no problem slapping his daughter on the ass. Fishbed, if Grace was a petite Japanese woman, yes, I would be touching her thigh all the time, for sure. But she's not. She's not. She doesn't even have to be a petite Japanese woman. She just has to be a Japanese woman. I like the chubby ones too, okay? They're chubby. Their chubby is nice too, okay? You know what, man? I'm the answer. I am the answer to Japan's birthing problem, okay? They just need to enact it. This is how feminists act. Disgraceful. I know, right? Grace is going full on feminist now. So is Ben, which is so funny. Now that you think about it.
Out of this.
Yeah. So we were saying like, we're not going to go to Vegas. It's not interesting enough to go just to pick you up in Arizona. But you can come to us. You can pay.
I don't have any feelings. So did
Yes.
he, in the end of reading time, say like, Grace, do you have feelings for me? And you said, actually, I do.
Nope.
No.
Never. Nope.
So, I mean, what do you have to do? Send him a fucking memo? You just use chemistry.
What was that thing? Wasn't there a thing about Grace telling Lalo they should travel, leave the old man and travel off together? There was a lot of weird vibes with them. And they wouldn't just let Lalo go. They couldn't leave Lalo go. They wanted Lalo around.
Until, look, isn't the thing is, it would be like, the implication
we got
of saying
10
I don't
likes.
have any feelings towards you.
Okay, whoa. We got 10 likes. I will take a shot of sake. All right. I think the shot glass is clean.
But if that changed, I would certainly, you would know about it, right? Because I'd be
Yes.
like, I was such a fool.
Yep.
You have to take
Lucky.
the L at that point. Forever. And whatever decisions you make are based on taking the L.
Wow.
Now, can a streamer have an interest in another streamer without there being anything sexual? Yes.
Yes, right. And I was put at ease because he was like, we're going to do great IRL. And I was like, okay, it's been a year. This is probably...
This is how evil Grace is. She's willing to burn it down. She's willing to burn the Lalo bridge. And Lalo was her closest male friend. Wow. Even the chat. Ben, we're on to you. Says, do you really think that you didn't send mixed signals there, Grace? Why do you act like your behavior on stream doesn't exist or impact your reality? I like those other person in the chat, Sky. This is like complaining about front hugs because breast pressed against you. Yeah, that's what Ben is saying. Pretty much. A touch on the thigh is just a touch on the thigh. It could mean more, sure, but nothing happened. It wasn't like that. Ben was like, "Oh, but a thigh is very close to where, so a touch there is just inherently, sexual." What about a front hug? You're pressing against the breast there. They're pressing against your chest. Oh, yeah, Ben would get excited about that. Did Ben kick her again? I don't know, not yet.
He's probably gotten over it. He
Right.
wasn't never that into it to begin with.
Well, he said he had another. He had
a girlfriend.
We talked with him. He had another girlfriend. Did you, after that interaction, did you say like, "Oh my God, Lalo, I realized I got so jealous of her"?
No.
No, not at all. Right? You thought it was funny. We trolled him and his girlfriend a little bit.
Yeah, no.
There was no like. You were totally fine with him having a girlfriend. That means you have no feelings.
Yes.
In that way.
Yes. Right.
So why are you? But here's my question to him: why are you fucking rubbing Grace's thigh? I'm not saying that as like a father, saying like don't touch my daughter. It's just like I'm saying it as a man to another male, saying like, what's the fucking thinking? It's antisocial. So that
Ben was waiting for this moment, dude. He so was.
that's the bee in your bonnet, I think, Grace, because that is
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Let me tell you, because Ben is sounding very hypocritical, right? Very feminist, right? They're gonna spin on this, and they're gonna try to listen to what Ava and Ruby have to say. And if Ava and Ruby don't take the bait and don't take their side, they're gonna say that Ava and Ruby aren't really feminists and they're fake, and because Grace is a real victim. Watch this. Like, Ben thinks this is a chess move. That's what's going on here, man. It's some weird power play. Okay. Hey, and how you guys doing in the chat there? Oh, Vetcher said that, what's it? Lalo could have exposed her when Grace ditched him and left her phone with him. That's right. That's right. But he refused. Makes his betrayal even worse. Absolutely. Lalo has defended the Thorps, especially Ben and Grace, through a lot. Through so much. Like, he was ride or die. And they embarrassed him, even in front of his real life friends. They absolutely embarrassed him and treated him like crap. If Lalo ever interacts with him again, like, he has no spine, he has been neutered. Okay? There's no reason for him to meet with them ever again in real life, especially after this. Let's continue. Let's see if it gets worse.
Yeah.
What you're saying is, like, I'm gonna change the game all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And put you in this position where you have to be rude to me.
Yep.
But I think you should have
That's it.
seen it coming. I think you're too nice to people. You're too
Yeah.
hopeful. And you should have just said, this nigga just rubbed my thigh. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
And I don't fucking, and say in your mind, like, I don't fucking care if he goes storming out of here. I don't care. He can go catch the next flight.
Yeah.
And he's not staying in this room tonight either. Like, sorry. You're the one who decided to do something stupid. Right?
This was never brought
Go
up.
sleep with my fucking dad.
Yeah.
He loves it. He wants you to act gay with him. Rub his fucking thigh.
Risa says this was never brought up yesterday. Why not? I did bring it up yesterday. I said in
your struggle session video, this one here. Yeah, we saw that.
in the rant stream, I said, like, I've already told him I'm not into him, and he did this thing
True,
again.
But why didn't Lalo bring it up yesterday? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't he bringing this stuff up? But here's the bigger problem.
Because, oh my God. Because it was probably just like, dude, they were so close to each other. Like, throughout the whole night. Very close proximity, like shoulder to shoulder, body on body. Okay? Dude, your hand's going to touch a thigh. Wow.
Problem here, like, someone could
Ben wants to rub
kind
the
of
thigh,
not know
for
how
sure.
to deal with something and not want to embarrass someone.
Yeah, Ben probably fantasized about Lalo going down on him. That's true.
And then later go, like, that sucked.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that? Isn't that like what you're like a lot of times when women get raped, they just want to take a...
Oh, look, there's Veteran in that chat. You don't deserve Lalo or any friends, even if this is a bit. You don't stand up for your friends after your dad framed him. You're a coward. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely right there. Wow.
breather. I understand that, like, you should go to the cops right away and get the evidence or whatever.
Wait, was this? Is it Darius? I don't know if that's a real Darius. But Grace told Lalo she was going to F him in the family bathroom at the airport when they first met. How are you shocked he still has feelings towards you? Your relationship has almost never been platonic. Yeah, absolutely. And he would definitely know for sure. Oh, man, he dodged a bullet. So, I mean, I guess he did not because Darius's girlfriend is crazy. I mean, I know that there was some, like, some sort of fight on stream or something. I don't know, man. Fighting over a phone. I don't get it. That's like hood rat mentality or something. But, anyway, let's continue.
But I can understand why a woman might say, I just don't even know. Like, I feel like maybe in some ways that was my fault or whatever. But then if they decide, like, no, actually, in hindsight, Like that sucked.
Well, listen, this is what happened. This is the.
That's fine, but they're
Yeah.
gonna have to take like the hit on the evidence, right? But
Wait, you talking about the police?
Oh
don't have a
yeah,
problem
sure.
I don't have a problem with Paula Jones going like, the way Clinton treated me sucked, right?
Yeah,
And I want a fucking apology.
yeah. Even though she didn't say it at the time.
You don't have to say it at the time. But you should learn to be like more, like more. But I would think it's weird because like, it's just hard to understand. What is he up to? Like, what is he up to? Is he like a puppy dog? Is he desperate?
He was hanging out with your daughter, Ben. He was hanging out with your daughter. Your daughter was flirting with him. He was kind of being kind of flirtatious back. It's social skills, right? You said you have good social skills. You don't know what was happening?
I don't understand guys who don't like you, and you can't say
Go
like
back
you
a few?
didn't get it at all.
Yeah, we're on kick. I don't know how well we can go back. Let's see. All right.
And
Seen it coming. I think you're too nice to people. You're too
Yeah.
hopeful. And you should have just said, "This nigga just rubbed my thigh. What's up, dude?"
Yeah.
And I don't fucking and say in your mind like, I don't fucking care if he goes storming out of here. I don't care. You
I
go
remember
get
this
catch
part.
the next flight.
Yeah.
And he's not staying in this room tonight either. Like, sorry.
Yeah, I won't
You're
pause
the
it
one
so
who
much.
decided
I'll
to do
just
something stupid.
comment over.
Right?
It.
This was never
Go
brought
to
up.
sleep with my fucking dad.
Yeah.
He loves it. He wants you to act gay with him. Rub his fucking thigh.
Risa says this was never brought up yesterday. Why not? I did bring it up yesterday. I said in the rant stream, I said like I've already told him I'm not into him, and he did this thing
True,
again.
but why didn't Lalo bring it up yesterday? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't he bringing this stuff up? But here's the bigger problem here. Like, someone could like kind of not know how to deal with something and not want to embarrass someone, and then later go like, that sucked.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that? Isn't that like what you're like a lot of times when women get raped, they just want to take a breather. I understand that like you should go to the cops right away and get the evidence or whatever, but I can understand.
He's talking about like in a general sense. I think, like he's making this comparison to like rapes, okay, with grapes, okay. It doesn't matter. This stream is not monetized. There's no ad revenue come on this stream. I mean, if you want to throw some dollars, that's one thing. But like, no. There's no ads coming on the stream. But yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say there. But that's being charitable there. That's being charitable. But we all know that if Lalo did do something with Grace, like kiss or anything like that, grope or anything, Ben would definitely call the police on him and accuse him of SA. 100%. Like if he saw it, if he was there. Like this is what they do. I mean, it's kind of what they're getting at now, but they're like tiptoeing. They're right there. They're being kind of chicken footish about it. They seem to be. Well, then no, because Ben was saying earlier that thigh, is very close to what, so it's pretty much the same thing.
I say, I just don't even know. Like, I feel like maybe in some ways that was my fault or whatever. But then if they decide, like, no, actually, in after, like in hindsight, like that sucked.
Well, listen, this is what happened. This is the.
That's fine, but they're
Yeah.
gonna have to take like the hit on the evidence, right? But I
Oh
don't have a
yeah,
problem with-
sure.
I don't have a problem with Paula Jones going like, the way Clinton treated me sucked, right?
Yeah.
And I want a fucking apology.
Yeah. Even though she didn't say it at the time.
You don't have to say it at the time, but you should
Oh, you can
learn
ask-
to be like more, like more. But I would think it's weird because like, it's just hard to understand. What is he up to? Like, what is he up to? Is he like a puppy dog? Is he desperate. I don't understand guys who
He was your daughter's friend. They were just hanging out. That's what it was.
don't.
He gets
Like,
so
and you
jealous.
can't say like he didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
He really thought you were turned on, or even that he was like dick-brained. You know what I mean? Like you're just so horny that you do shit. Like I don't believe that's true of him. I don't think he's
No.
really
I
very
know.
strongly
I
attracted
know.
to
I know.
females.
Look, I may be a femcel, but like,
And
Even the
I-
chat.
he's
Even the chat is saying, "Hey Grace, tell your dad you told Lalo you want to leave the old man and travel the world with Lalo."
watching this right now.
yeah.
Okay, and he's gonna start texting me like, "What the fuck, dude?" And like, I feel like, nigga, come on the stream, do your own stream about it. But like, you have a problem with females, and I'm not
They're
saying
going to turn this into content. Yeah, come on our stream. Fire stream about it. Let's make content out of an SA accusation. Like you guys would, oh my God, so hard on Local Live about that stuff. And I was there like, man, this is rich because this family, this duo is the same motherfuckers that would do the same exact fucking thing. They would. Now, they were able to trick a lot of the, I guess, Local audience into believing their shit. They were able to. And boy, was it a good con. It didn't last long. It was a good con, though, okay? I will give them that. But look at this now. Now they're trying to accuse Lalo of essaying Grace because he might have touched her thigh. Wow. Did Lalo ever give Grace a hug, too?
I'm taking Grace's side against you as a person. I'm just saying, like, you should hear this. You did this.
Well, the only thing that I could, okay, this is how I would frame our entire relationship. Okay, we first met on the internet, right?
Right.
He came on a panel, and then we
No,
were.
didn't he do a
He did like a
Screwed
analysis
entry.
of us,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he came on a panel, and me and him became friends. And then we started like flirting because I'd never met him in real life.
Uh-huh.
And everybody knows this, the FaceTime sex or whatever. Then I met him at the airport on the way to see Darius in LA
I remember that.
at the Phoenix airport. At that moment, I realized I am not
Nothing.
attracted to this guy
Right.
at all. This
Right.
is really awkward. 'Cause, like,
Uh-huh. Okay. That explain your flirtatious behavior when you're on Adderall with the guy.
like we've been flirting and doing this stuff, and now it's like, holy shit, I am not attracted to this guy at
Right,
all.
right.
But like, he's a nice guy, and I think he's funny. But like, no way.
But it's super awkward, but it's funny and entertaining.
Yes.
Okay, but he's got to own that. That's how it came off. It didn't come across as baller.
No.
Game. You're sniffing her. You're rubbing your head up against her in a weird way.
I have 20 likes.
So at that point,
Nuh-uh.
I was like, okay, this is awkward. This is funny.
I do
wanna
have
turn the
20
stream on,
likes.
but like,
Oh, look at that. Okay.
I gotta deal with this privately
Here we go.
because
Shots.
Because you already had the Darius. Oh no, you didn't have the Darius.
not the Darius thing yet.
No, you did in Rhode Island. You had it.
Yeah, but not really.
We're doing
He
Saki
acted
tonight.
fairly normal. I told Darius explicitly, all of this is just for content. If you want to get to know me off stream, that's another thing.
Right. He was good about it.
He was good about it in Rhode Island.
Absolutely, Paranormal. Yeah, Grace did. Grace absolutely did. Yeah. I mean, anyone who's ever seen Grace and Lalo on stream and the way they interact, it gets very, especially when Ben's not around, oh, it gets really flirtatious, man. Yeah. Yeah, she does give him mixed signals on purpose to like bait him into something like this. Remember, it's all for content. It is all for content, dude. They're so content brained, and there's not a single person that they're not willing to betray. Think about this. Ben threw away his own fucking family for this shit. Truly winning. He threw away his own fucking family to be a full-time YouTube streamer. Is it looking good? I you know what? No. I was stopping stuff. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should show my kids what it looks like if you really go for it. because they only see the successful YouTube streamers. But if they were to see the worst, they'd be like, no, Dad, I don't want to live in an RV. I don't want to live in a smelly RV and wear the same clothes for weeks. I don't want that life. But no, I don't want to show my kids this stuff. This stuff is horrid.
So then I meet Lalo at the Phoenix airport. I realize there's no attraction. It's super awkward. I try to just play it off on stream. Then I bust my ass out of there.
You had been kind of flirty with him up to that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we meet. I'm like, no way. But I don't
Like
say
me
it to
with
him.
Ruby.
I don't say it to
With
him.
Me and Ruby,
yeah.
it's just like,
I didn't say it to him at the time though. I just said like, I just acted polite, and he like tried to kiss me as I went to go to get the plane, and I was like, not into it, but I just kind of like, and then I left. And then after, when I got back from LA, I called him and I said, I'm sorry, but I have no feelings for you, and you know.
yeah.
And
Oh my God. I remember when Grace, during this trip in Dallas, was crying, sobbing, distraught because Lalo would rather hang out with his friends than hang out with her. Fucking whore. Fucking black-footed whore. I'm getting pissed. Hey, Game Over, use some more of your bot accounts. Let's get to 30 likes.
I've never gone back on that, and that is the entirety of our romantic relationship. And then since then, he kind of did the puppy dog thing for a little while. Then he stopped, and then he just started being cool on stream, just being funny. And I was like, okay, I guess we can just be friends. I even told him when I called him and said that, I said, maybe we shouldn't be friends.
Can I just ask, because I sincerely don't understand this. He doesn't think he's going to get laid, right? By doing that.
I don't think so.
So what is he getting out of it? I think he's just telling his buddies, like, I felt her. He probably would call that feeling her up.
Oh, shut up, Ben. Oh,
I don't
shut the fuck up.
understand what you would get out of it. Because you, like, if you know a woman is not interested, and yet you put a woman in a weird situation, I don't understand what Cooley got out of it.
I don't
Ben
know.
is acting
It was just
so
I
just
don't
stupid
understand what
right
people
now.
get out of, like, the actual...
And what the hell is going on with Ben's hair? Does he have it? He has a slicked back, but why does it look like it's poofing in the back? Like he has it tied to like he has it tied back there. Is it just me?
Sexual assault. Like, what do you get out of it? Like, the girl's not having a good time.
You alt maxed?
It's an anger. It's a way of taking it.
Sorry, Game Over. You and alt maxing. Hey, any of you guys have some hey, get crack for me. Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, believe all women. Hey, we like Asians over here. Don't worry. Welcome, get cracked.
So he's mad at his mother or something.
What was it that first put you off in person? Oh, he was short. He was dumpy. He smelled too much cologne. He was awkward. It just was like, no way.
Well, I had the same experience with Ruby, but for a guy, it's a lot easier because if you're not giving, like...
What's she gonna do?
What's
Start
the girl
rubbing
gonna do?
your...
Start, like, rubbing your dick?
Right.
Well, she tried sitting on my lap, but, like...
Yeah, Grace
she
got
knew
at her.
there was no chemistry. I don't know if she was interested, but, like...
I think she was kidding around.
Yeah. I don't know if she probably would have liked me to be all over her, but, you know, I wasn't.
Ben, there's not a woman out there that would like you to be all over her. Your own wife didn't want you to be all over her. Like, you're horrid.
With Ava.
Don't even shower. Like, it's worse.
Man, I just kid.
Like, I've seen clips of Ben in a towel in his underwear. So, does he take a shower and just put the same clothes back on? Which is like, what was the point? What was the point?
Around on the internet.
Lalo
a
hasn't
headband.
acted any different than
Okay.
their other meetings. I don't think that's true. I think that
Yay, he has a headband? Like something like a chick has? Like what's going on here? Looks gay.
he did act better in our last meetups, but he was just awkward. But he wasn't like being weird about it.
He took it up a notch. That's what he did. He took it up
He
a notch.
took it up
and
a
said,
notch,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to be more antisocial
Yeah.
and more aggressive because I think he's got things going on in his. I had a kid once.
It couldn't be a simple thing, Ben. The little narrative you want to cook up in your head is some sort of complex bullshit. Oh my God! At the worst, all it was is he was trying to make a move on Grace. That's all it is. And what do you mean? Why would he be doing that? Because she was sending signals his way. That's why, Ben. You dumb motherfucker.
He's a really good baseball player. He's Dominican, good-looking guy. But he thought he was going to the major leagues because that's big in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do any work. He fucked around. He got in trouble in school. But like he thought.
Oh wait, their chat is saying Darius W. Darius says, "How are you so confused by Lalo when you were telling him how you were going to F him in the airport bathroom when you first met him? Your relationship was never." Oh wait. We kind of already read that there. Is it just repeating? I think it's just repeating. Wow.
His baseball shit was gonna get him, right?
Mm.
And he did make it somewhere like in the junior league or something like that, or he went to college, a junior college for a year or something like that, because he was like a prospect.
Mm.
But he didn't get picked up. And he ended up like legit essaying a girl at a tanning salon in Florida.
Mm.
And we get
like
this long,
serving time in
stupid
federal
story.
penitentiary, rightly so, because like he just, you know,
Yeah.
lashed out at her. Now, of course, the reason he's serving time is because that's crazy. But it had nothing to do with the girl. He didn't even know her,
Mm.
right? Which is like that's the real shit. When people accuse people,
Great story, Boomer. Get to the point. I mean, what the fuck?
some stuff, okay, but
Yeah.
that's the real thing, and that's why people shouldn't make these. Betty Boop shouldn't make these kind of accusations about Richie or whatever,
Right.
unless there's some substance to it. Because the real, like, I feel terrible. Yeah, that girl. In no way.
Oh my
brought
God!
that on
Wait!
herself, right?
We got
Yeah.
30 likes. We alt max. We got 30 likes. Take another shot of sake. All right, guys, together for every 10 likes, we're taking a shot of sake or a shot of whatever.
She's in a vulnerable position, running a retail store by herself, and this random guy comes in and fucking lashes out at her because he's disappointed and angry at life, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you, go to jail
Yeah.
and stay there, right? But this must be tied into Lalo. Like, you get the sense there's more to Lalo's story than like everything's good and I'm just a little odd.
Yeah.
There's some like fucked up shit going on there.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Some fucked up shit in his life, maybe, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more normal than your fucking story. Okay, that's real rich. I've been saying that word a lot. Every time I say the word rich, you guys have to take a shot, okay, or a bump of Coke. I mean, what kind of stream are we doing here, guys? What kind of stream are we doing, right? Come on. Who here is a real party animal, okay?
That he's not dealing with.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with his parents getting divorced and the whole family. Why would he? Almost everyone who finds their way to our channel, or at least did, you find, I mean, like, look, Ruby, fucked up shit in her family. Super fucked up. Ava, super fucked up shit in her family, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you are not in any place to be talking about how fucked up other families are, dude. There's a lot of fucked up families, but you guys are really fucked up. And for the obvious reason. The thing that people are starting to believe are just a joke now. But for those who've been watching you from the beginning, we know it's not a joke, Ben and Grace. We know you two are very fucking sick and weird. Like incestuously weird. It is a sort of vial that destroys a family. And it did. It absolutely did.
Wilsons, totally fucked up shit in their family, right?
Yeah.
And you can say, well, all families have that. Not to those degrees, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So they identify in some ways.
But it's just he's just telling that to Grace to just reinforce, hey Grace, we're doing good. We're better than them. And she has to agree. Because if she were to realize, because she can't realize the truth that they're in a sucky situation, that their life sucks now. Can't realize that because that truth is painful. So I just need to deny. Just need to cope. The cope, it's not an RV, man. The RV is just a cope V. That was lame. That was lame. I'm sorry. I'll just let it play. That was lame. Dude, that an extra shot for a lame joke like that, okay? Let's continue.
Right? With something.
Yeah.
Well, all the Courtney bros, all of them are like simps for women,
Cope
right?
V.
The fiercest
That was horrible.
anti-Thorpites are these women who claim themselves to be abuse victims. Like fucking Tina D.
Yeah.
You're a victim of abuse. You are the most abusive person imaginable.
Yeah.
You're like abuse itself. Your fucking son, you saw her son, Albert.
Yeah.
He's like toast.
He's fried, yeah.
He's fucking toast.
Obviously abusive.
You're an
I'm not sure who
incredibly
Tina
abusive
is.
person.
Yeah.
And it's not just
Tina.
At the bottom of it, you got a great
I mean the Tina Locale Queens.
heart. You are a fucking horrendous human being.
The Cope V.
Maybe you have some redeeming qualities, but for the most part, you're like an incredibly abusive, like obnoxious human being.
Yeah.
And the other one, Xylee. What a fucking obnoxious human being.
Mm.
An incredibly abusive. So they find themselves at home in abusive situations, right?
Mm.
No problem. They don't have any dignity whatsoever. Okay. So there's something like this going, I don't know what it is with Lalo, but
I'm just reading the chat
he
right
has
now.
no right to take it out
The
on
chat's
you
really good.
and me. Now, I don't really care because he's a
So he deserves to be accused of SA for being awkward. Lalo's Revenge says it appears that Grace is accusing Lalo of SA because Daddy told her to. And that's morally bankrupt and bullshit.
joke.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
as man to man, he's a joke. But if a woman was like getting up in my
Who's Ben even talking about at this
Dick.
point?
right, like I'd be like, I would be really uncomfortable. And I have
And you
had
can't
women do
stop
that
him
online where they're
because he
like, "Oh,
he
fuck
feels
you,"
like he's
all this
making a
stuff.
point.
And I'm like,
Mhm.
I've never really met with them except a couple times, but they always dip.
Mm.
But like, what would it be? I'm like, how does this go? You know what I mean? How do you transition from like, I want to fuck you hard to like, hey, my name's Ben. But,
Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I fly in from wherever.
Yeah.
But for guys, it's easier, you know, because what's a woman gonna do? What if Ruby had like grabbed my dick? It's just like
Ruby's not gonna. No one's
I would just
grabbing
say,
your
like,
dick, Ben.
Ruby just grabbed my dick.
Ben, you could go to a strip club, and those ladies would not grab your dick. They would not. Ben, prove to me. I think you're so smelly and so disgusting. You could not pay a hooker to grab your dick. You could prove that to me. You could prove that to all of us. It would be great content. Ben buys a hooker. That would be great content. But I don't think you're going to find a hooker that would be willing to grab your dick.
Dick, whatever, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
really affect men the same way. It's just like funny.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I think there
I get
are
that.
situations where men can like, legitimately get like sexually taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like with the transgender thing, I think that's like that would be pretty crazy if someone, I don't know, really fucked with a guy that way.
Yeah, Darius, yeah, you know a lot about sexual boundaries, buddy. You're top tier on that too.
Well, Derek,
What? Grace, didn't you want Darius to slap you in the face for content? You were trying to mindfuck Darius, too. You would flirt with Darius, send him mixed signals. Man, you were trying to rape bait Darius like you rape baited Lalo. Bitch, you're fucking vile, dude.
Darius also has a fucked up family. He said that he's been molested by people in his family.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, to say, like, you got it all going on, Darius, not true, bro. And you do pornography, dude. That's super crazy. Why?
Ben. You wanted your daughter to strip for the boys in a Discord hangout call. Like, that's kind of fucked up, bro.
And you have your girlfriend doing pornography. Something wrong there, dude.
Maybe. Just a tweak.
It's crazy. Don't sit on your fucking high horse. You're like a gross person who's like, you used girls that you know are crazy to have sex with them in the other room to flex for chat that you're a baller. You're a fucking lunatic, dude. Well, why don't you ask Darius since he's in chat? Why did he make the moves on you when you made it clear?
That's a good question.
Why? Why?
Oh, she made it clear, did she? Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
Grace, I think we should take self-defense classes. You got to learn how to kick, not by using me as an example.
Wow. Okay.
Because you've already done that for 6.5 years.
Let's see what the chat calls out. Ben is the poster boy for success. Yeah. Ben, you literally encourage Grace to show her ass cheeks on stream. That is true. That was funny, but it's fucked up. The last one was, this is a close second to making fun of Ruby's dead brother. Stop. That's not even funny. But how low they're going, okay? How low they're going is fucked up. It's very fucked up.
Learn how to kick a guy in the balls and go, what you gonna do about it? Call the cops. You're gonna call the cops?
Oh, no, they're just talking to Darius. They're talking about Darius because Darius is in the chat. No, they're far from Darius. They're still in Texas. I think today they're going to, they went to where? It's a town in Texas. I've never been there. It's some, Pflugerville. Okay. I don't know. I've never been there in my life, dude. Texas is pretty massive, all right? Anyway.
Does a girl need you in the balls? What's a cop going to say? He ain't going to take you in. He was getting fresh. I mean, what you do is a series of things. You say, like, fuck out of here, right? Second is throw a cup of water in his face or whatever drink is handy. Third one, slap him in the face. Fourth one, knee him in the balls. And the fifth one, call the cops.
So you're saying when he did that at the bar, I should have been like, oh, all right. You just rubbed my thigh. I'm not okay with that. I'm not against that. I just, it occurred to me, but I was just like, it's not worth it.
In the social situation, since he's...
I mean, sure. That would have been something to do. Hey, don't touch my thigh. That would have been fine.
He's not going to, like, aggress very much. I find it surprising. You spent the night with him in bed?
All right,
yeah,
so we're not getting 40 likes.
I was up all night. And
we're not getting 40 likes. That's impossible. There's no way. If we get 40 likes, there's just no way that's happening.
I was like, okay, well...
Well, no wonder you were up all night. You probably were up all night as a way of kind of...
Is he wearing a woman's headband?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I when he did it, I didn't respond, and then he stopped, and then I was like, okay, like, maybe he got the memo.
You know, I hate to say this, but you could have come over and just said, like, I'm going to go sleep in Dad's bed. No problem. Everyone already knows we sleep together.
True.
That stupid, dirty laugh. Everyone already knows we sleep together. That he's like a fucking cartoon character, dude. Okay, it is a girl, a woman's headband. Wow. That's pretty gay behavior.
True. Yeah.
And just go fuck you, dude. I don't get, like, it would have been good content. In a certain sense, like, that's why you don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position, but you weren't in a vulnerable. You felt like you were in a vulnerable position, but you weren't. You could have just said, dude,
I didn't really feel like I was in a
I don't know what to do with you.
Here's the thing. For
XP,
me, I was
that's
like,
true.
okay, it's no big deal. Like,
You're just spitting facts.
It's his retarded thing he does. He's
Well,
gonna
it doesn't
stop.
make any sense. I asked you how it makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I told him I'm not interested in it a year ago.
But you should be concerned because, in a sense, he can say,
But you still flirt with the motherfucker, Grace. You clearly flirt with Lalo. You send weird signals. And he's an idiot. Lalo's a fucking moron.
like, I rubbed your thigh under the table to his bros. That's the only motivation I see
Ben,
in it.
you're just gaslighting her. You're
he's
just getting her
points
worked
in his,
up.
like, autistic video game mentality of what, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you should say, like, nah, nigga, you're not getting those points. No.
Oh, we're at 37. Like I said, there's no way we're getting to 40. If we get to 40, we'll take a double shot.
You're not getting those points. Even if it's just like an internal video game he's playing, like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
No, cut it out. The fuck?
I see what I kind of said is like I really did say this. I was like, you know, he can be a funny, nice person. He just has this thing and he'll cut it out, and it's not worth it to call him out for it because then I just look like a cunt.
Yeah, okay, but here's what happens.
In my opinion,
you
I don't
internalize it, right? And then you take it out on me.
Yeah.
So is that okay?
Oh,
with
then
you?
Ben
It's not
Ben
okay with
becomes the
me.
victim.
No, that's not okay with me. No.
Because it's not okay with you. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't okay with me.
Now, you could say I did funny stuff with Lalo by acting gay towards him and stuff.
Yeah, but it was on stream.
Okay, but I would never do anything gay with him off stream, and clearly it's a joke, and I'm saying it's so I can get Miss Hazed to, like, lower her. Okay, but if a guy felt like, hey, dude, like, I really don't like that.
Finish that statement, Ben. So you get Miss Hayes to lower her what? Her guard? So you could try to make a move with Miss Hayes? And Hayes is not interested in you? Oh. Ben is totally the sort of guy that would try to make a move and grab a thigh, and that would be for like that would be a sexual thing for sure. Oh, we're at 40 likes? Oh, we're at 40 likes. How did we get there? We don't even have 40 people watching. Wow. I don't know who's botting, but keep it up. Bot me harder, Daddy. Wait, don't. I didn't say that. God damn it, the Saki. I'm a victim of the Saki now.
That's not funny. I'd be like, oh, okay. But I'd also say, like, you're kind of gay.
Yeah.
But, like, whatever, okay. But I what did I do with Lal? I just said a few things and, like, uncrossed his legs when he had a fucking bag over his head looking like a gimp.
All right.
Well, I mean, if he had gone for
I
like
think we
a
only have
kiss
one more
on
shot
stream,
anyway.
like a real kiss, like, but he would never because it's like this
Wow.
private thing he does.
Well, Dalmatian did the same thing to you off stream.
Yeah,
said, "I
as soon
love
as the
you.
stream went off,
Can I
can
put
I
my-
rub your thigh?
Can I rub your thigh? And
Fucking grow
how
up,
is it
guys.
helpful if you were to, like,
I called
like, what is
no.
he thinking?
Here's the thing. Okay, I said what Dalmatian. I don't know if I said the rub the thigh thing instantly because I was kind of like
They're
a little.
basically doing.
I was a
Sha-
little
they're
bit afraid of
basically-
him.
No offense, Joe. They're basically doing a Joe Shabatoni. They're trying to practice on you
What?
Yeah.
for, like, because they know they should be sexually, like, in the game, and they're not.
Yeah.
And they want you to on-ramp them like Joe Shabatoni
Wow.
wanted to on.
Look at this. Ben is able to just manipulate her mind so easy. Oh wow.
wanted me to help, well, wanted us to on ramp each other on like making out with chicks.
Yeah.
And like, okay, but I was like 10 years old. Joe was 10 years old, but like, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
There's something else that's wrong with you
Yeah.
if you're not like in the game. And with both of those guys, you could easily identify what's wrong with them, but they don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And you could make an argument that you see, to me, chat is abusing them by saying like, no, he's just a bro. Like, no, there's something wrong with him. He should be bullied. But also like,
Yeah, I like what the chat said. I like the chat. What was it? Cassidy 9000 says, let's play the video of you grinding on his lap. Yeah, play that video, Grace, of you grinding on his lap, on Lalo's lap. I like this person. You would need NBA size hands to grip those fat thighs. Oh my god. That's great. Oh man. Wow. That is great. That is great. That might be the best comment so far.
you know, people should be like somewhat, but you've got to wake these fucking people up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, in most cases of a situation like that, socially, you're just like, no, thanks, right?
Yeah.
But in streaming, it's interesting because like people like that are interesting that don't get it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ruby doesn't get it. Ava doesn't get it. Darius doesn't get it. Destiny doesn't get it, although he's starting to get it.
Yeah, he's starting to learn.
He's starting to get that like the rules apply to him too. But largely people don't get it, and it's interesting to see them not getting it.
See, this is the reason why Ethan Ralph, gotta bring up Ralph. This is the reason why Ethan Ralph did not gunt Grace. Because he smelled that and was like, no, that's rape bait. That's rape bait. You're trying to rape bait me, Grace. That's what you're trying to do. Wait, that didn't stop Ralph with Alice. We'll move on from that. Moving on from that. All right, look, we'll play some more. I'll try to finish this. It's already 10:30. We'll play. Let's do it. I'm not gonna pause it as much.
I think it's helpful to them to like get that exposed. You know what I mean? And in some ways, they're putting themselves out there to be laughed at and whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way,
It's
how
not
are you
like
guys
it's
doing
my
in the
secret
chat?
Camera.
Well, I
That'd be
don't
a whole
understand.
different thing. It's like you can come
I'm
on
gonna pause
a
it real
show.
fast. How are you guys doing in the chat? Thanks for watching. I definitely appreciate your support, all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this whole essay accusation here. Oh, whoa, get cracked for me, 1331.
Towards your next bottle of sake fund. Bottle with popping cork.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been a long time since I get to hear that little jingle tonight. Wow, that was nice. Wow, I almost forgot I had that alert there. It's kind of nice, huh? Nice on the ears. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, but we're gonna play some more. I definitely appreciate you guys' support, though. Okay. Get cracked. Thank you so much. 1331. I will get some more sake for real.
It's a reality show, and you will either, you're just going to have to deal with this is what happens on reality TV shows, right? They interview everyone and go, sometimes they go, that guy's a fucking asshole. Sometimes they go, that guy's great. I love him a lot. And that's what's interesting about it, right?
Yeah.
The other people on the show can speak their mind, but they generally do it behind the scenes, and then it's all edited in later. But
I'm gonna have to take an extra shot for that, but I think I finished off the bottle.
Well, what do you think I should have done? Like, okay, so theoretically, like, I guess we shouldn't have met up with him, right? Like, okay.
Why?
Because, like, if you had asked me beforehand, like, gun to the head, is he going to try to make a move? I would have said,
It's
like,
not
20%
I don't
maybe.
think it's so much the making the move. It's the whole kind of just sullen, antisocial thing. He has. It's not that big of a deal. It's just like overall, like, why did you interact with us if you were going to do it in an antisocial way? Like you
guys wanted him to interact with you. You guys wanted him to be around. You guys wanted to hang out with his friends. You guys did. I saw all that. You can't gaslight. You can't change that fucking narrative. It's fucking bullshit. What? You guys did that.
should be grateful to interact with us. We have a huge audience
Wow.
compared to you,
They don't even deserve that audience, honestly.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Game Over. I don't know if
And
God's
I mean,
work.
when he
but
live
thank
streamed
you.
with you, he got an audience he would never have gotten on his own.
Yeah.
Grace.
Yeah, that's true.
So as a
I mean, you saw my alert, right? That's not God's work, man. That's pure debauchery. That's pure debauchery right there. It's great, though. I'd party with those ladies on a party boat full of liquor. Dude. Oh, yeah, man.
streamer, he should be grateful as a fellow streamer and behave himself. But if you want to act antisocial, you're going to get the Thorps smackdown, whether you get it at the time or you get it later. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, we internalize it by you taking it out on me and me going, oh no.
Well, I wasn't expecting that you would have the reaction you had because I did not have that reaction.
Hey, don't worry. I'll put the $13 to good use. Gonna go to some good sake. Maybe. We'll find out. We'll see if this tariffs affect the prices at the store, okay?
To his behavior. But then when you said,
because
like,
you don't catch those things when I'm not around. If I knew that was going on, I would have been like, I would have immediately gone, so Lalo, what's up with the rubbing of Grace's thigh?
yeah, right. So I guess you're better at content.
Well, I mean,
It's a good point
and
too.
if he
It's like,
stormed off, I would have been like, okay, bitch boy. I think you're afraid of the anger of women and bitchy
Oh,
men.
that's good.
That's what I've said that your mother inculcated you on.
Grace is
And
definitely assuming more of the role of Courtney. Look at that. Look at that. That right there. Dude, I could see it.
I still think you're afraid of them.
I mean, the reason I didn't say anything
Speaking of
about
which, I
it.
should check and see if this fucking. Apparently, the entire internet knows how to find whether I have a hearing. Does anyone want to inform me about it? They're like, oh yeah, 11 o'clock, Ben, tomorrow. Portland 3.
He cares so little about that stuff, doesn't he?
That's easy.
Oh, thank you.
That's easy in one sense.
Grace fears incel rage.
It's not masculine rage.
The docket says the hearing is still on. Thanks, South to
Is
West.
that true? Did anyone get back to me? I mean, I fucking told everyone, but you know, you can't. No one.
No response.
Did you send your email?
Yeah.
Now that's getting
I mean,
boring.
I had my
They're
phone
They're
on.
checking emails for
Didn't I?
docket.
I know it.
About
That's creepy behavior. That's creepy
It's
behavior.
sex pest behavior.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sex pest behavior? Whoa, back up.
Friends because I call somebody out for acting antisocial.
I found if you have a friend that makes you have to not be yourself, then you don't have a friend. It's not worth it, right? I mean, how is anyone going to argue that you should have? It can be fine you work with someone like that, but like they say you can't be yourself. We'll be friends on my terms. That you're not yourself. Fuck you.
Whoa.
You rock. Keep doing these so we don't have to watch the Thorps, please. Debauchery and all. Still better than the Thorps.
Well, thank you so much for that. Game over. $10. Oh, crap. There might be something for me to shoot. It's disgusting. by itself. I don't have any Red Bull or Monster. I have some Jaeger over here. I have some Jaeger. I'll shoot some Jaeger for that.
But I'm not like as social as you are.
I don't think you know what antisocial means. Read a book, bitch. Antisocial is sexually advancing on somebody who's told you that they're not interested. That's antisocial.
Yeah, that's antisocial.
Especially when you're both on camera and you're doing it like where the camera can't see.
That's creepy behavior. That's creepy
It's
behavior.
sex pest behavior.
Yeah, it's
Been sex pest behavior. This is interesting. Sex pest behavior. What is sex pest behavior be? Pushing your, I don't know, your 20-year-old daughter onto strangers on Discord for her to dance for the boys. I remember, Ben, you said that. I was in that Discord group. I was in Chinatown for a little bit. I remember that. It was like, who is this guy? Why is Ben pushing his daughter onto us? What's going on? Why would you do that? Why did you do that? But that's not all. That was just the beginning. You did that with Horror Maxer. Horror Maxer. And Horror Maxer, I mean, he and I probably would agree that the chicks are cool, man. You know, he's a fucking degenerate, okay? But he is way past. I could not do, dude. He is he's way deep into degeneracy, okay? I got limits. But he pushed Grace on the Hormaxer, and Hormaxer had Grace lick her panties. Ben was watching all that. Now that's sex fest behavior. I said I was going to pause this. I want to get through this before my bedtime. So let me just play this.
It's pesty.
Sex pest.
But thanks, Game Over, just for you.
Sex pest.
Add that to his eBay. Oh, by the way, let's do
Cool.
another thing, okay, right? So he says, like, I'm a
That was bad.
baller on the internet. Let's see how much his fucking boots sell for. Can you get the eBay thing worked
I gotta,
out?
yeah. Let me.
I want to
let me
see
work
if he
on
gets
that.
more than 1 cent for them.
No shots required.
Men are like dogs.
Should have read that before I did that. Okay. I did that for you, though. Even if you said you did not want it.
Clear instructions and direct words. I told him straight up, I do not like you that way. What else do you want me to say? False rape accusations. Rape. Who said anything about rape? Verify identity information. That's not antisocial. Call it creepy, whatever. Okay. Antisocial. Okay, it's creepy. Fine. We use the word creepy. That makes you feel better.
Her chat's moving kind of fast. What's going on? So chat just made up the essay accusations. Do. Oh, they're going in detail with her. Okay. And you know what? Investor 3000, look at that. You tell him the moment it occurs with direct words, you loser, 0 social skills with men. Exactly. Man. You know why I had to woo the woman that would become my wife? Because if I went ahead and grabbed her thigh the first time I saw her, she would have slapped the fuck out of me. Because that's what a real woman does. They stand their ground. Okay? So I had to woo her. Okay? I had to woo her with things. You know, you buy things for them, Starbucks, whatever. You go on dates and stuff. And then you can grab the thigh. Because you wooed them. Okay? That's how it works. You can't just go for it. You gotta work for it.
I have to confirm my identity with eBay. Save. You tell him in the moment it occurs with direct words. Well, maybe I messed up on that. But I'm telling him now. Men have zero desire to interact with women that don't like them that way, so don't keep talking to him. Yeah, lesson learned.
I'm so curious what's gonna follow from this, because you know there's gonna be some sort of back and forth. Something's gonna happen. Lalo's gonna say something.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on a second. You probably can still hear me. Yeah, just camera's paused for a second.
Why do we have this weird angle of a blurred image?
Nothing changed since his last visit. I don't think this happened his last visit.
Call Lalo. They're asking her to call Lalo. Does she actually call Lalo?
I'm just not getting it, dude.
Should we call them sex pest boots?
Why don't you call him now?
Call him now? Oh, yeah, sure.
Just call
Are they
him
gonna
up.
call Lalo for real? Oh, wait, hold on. Bedtime's gonna be on hold, gentlemen. Wait, she's gonna call Lalo? Is that? Wait,
Or I'll call him.
let me jump ahead and make sure. I want to see they're not fucking with us. Hold
You want
on.
me to call him?
No, I'll call him on here.
Sense of streaming. Which is it up to? That I'm like all into that.
To be fair, I don't.
Rage.
Skip ahead to see if they actually do the call.
The thing with OPC and Dan is like, let's say who's is in our chat.
Yeah. Grace owes Lalo sex.
What are you using?
Oh, I'm using OBS. They can do TTS, though. You guys can do TTS.
No, she was manipulating.
Okay.
Incel moves.
I went ahead and I looked ahead.
Remove the
As you can see,
restriction, says UFO.
Lalo does not join at any point in this call. We do get this weird moment when she leaves the RV for some reason, and I wonder if she spoke to Lalo off camera. I want to know what leads up to this, so we're gonna play this.
Full access to eBay.
Oh, great. Okay. Let's try listing it
Keemstar
again.
defeated again.
Keemstar takes another L.
Another L for Keemstar and his crazy guys. And Grace told Lalo, and he should leave the old man behind. Oh, Ben, Grace told Lalo she and he should leave the old man behind.
Yeah, they're reading chat now. Skip
and
ahead.
hit the link. Listen, why don't you send the link out?
What link?
Let King up. Oh, what are you using?
Oh, I'm using OBS. They can do TTS, though. You guys can do TTS if you want.
Using
Can they do-
OBS.
Can someone come on panel?
I don't think they can. They're set up
Yeah, they could, yeah.
in a Discord.
think King
Discord.
wants
They
to
could
come
come
on.
on Discord. If you join the...
Skip ahead.
Can somebody pin it? I put it in chat.
How much is it up to?
0.
Skip ahead again. Skip ahead
It's-
again.
It's lit.
Why does she leave the RV?
Footlong underscore
Let me
sausage.
go right here and see why she leaves.
I kind of want to... Yeah.
You wanna
Kick
take a
is...
little break?
Yeah. Would you mind if I just took a little break, took a little walk or something?
I should just take a
No,
break.
Do you want to get a coffee or something?
Yeah.
Back up a bit.
TDS robot.
Because remember the challenge.
NDR underscore 40 says, Tony said it best. It's always the guys with same tendencies who defend such social degenerate behavior.
Just drop it.
Okay.
We should play that. That's
So
long.
Lalo is not
They don't wanna talk
joining.
to me. Because I think what's out there in terms of Zoomer guys is a disaster. And I really feel bad. I have 4 sons as well as 2 daughters.
And then Grace
Yeah,
comes
the
back.
only thing I had about her was like she claimed that she was like had social anxiety, but then she was kind of a
Okay, I want to see. I want to go ahead and skip ahead. So the stream after that is they head to Pflugerville, which I have never been to.
Coming to visit you.
But Darius?
Isn't that fun?
Wait, Darius lives in Texas?
We're coming to visit you.
I don't think Darius lives in Texas. That doesn't make any sense. But okay, they're going to Pflugerville, Texas. I've never been there, guys.
That's fun. We're coming to visit you. So you're exactly right. We agree.
Okay, we're back. We're back. Here we go. Refresh.
And then this is going to be an hour stream. I'm really curious if something happens with the Lalo stuff. Lalo responds. Let's find out if Lalo responds. What's Lalo's YouTube channel? If there is something out there right now about this, Shamu would probably have it. So let me check his stuff real fast. No, it looks like he's been going through the Vickers stuff, which is quite funny. Oh, no, he does have the... After Adderall-fueled rendezvous, Gray stabs Lalo in the back and outs him for unwanted sexual advances. Let's play this.
I'm not interested that way.
Play this.
Like, hey, how about the thigh rubbing? Did it ever occur to you that I never reciprocated? What's the deal with that? What's the deal?
Yeah, you didn't rub my inner thing. Yeah, no, true.
So he does call. Okay. Oh, boy. I want to listen to that tomorrow. Oh, boy. I want to listen to the full dirty details tomorrow. But we'll play this clip right now.
Now you're putting with gas.
So, what's up? Like, 6th time we meet up, you're still doing that? Really?
Yeah,
Why?
shameful. Yeah, you should get the hint. I don't pick up on the social cues.
No, dude, you know that I'm not interested that way.
Do I?
I told
Yeah,
you
I do know.
personally to your face. So what are you doing? What's the point? Do we have a romantic relationship, Lalo?
What? No.
Okay, so why would you start rubbing my thighs?
Because you flirt with them, you fucking retard.
I didn't even really do that too much. I think you're like really...
Not too much, but it was like
It's
several.
just
It
not
was several.
coming from
It
you.
was several different occasions. It wasn't just the one time. It was multiple times on the karaoke night, and then it was after, and more and more. And I'm not saying you're some kind of creep. I don't think that. It's just like, why? It doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't even make sense. It's like a furtive thigh rub here and there, which is crossing a boundary that doesn't make sense to cross in our relationship, and yet also is like not super aggressive, so it's not like I'm super upset about it. It's just fucking annoying.
Yeah, Lalo, learn your place. You gotta be in the friend zone because daddy's important. Daddy's number one. That's what Grace is saying there. You can't cuck daddy. Wow. Look at that. Amazing stuff. All right, guys. We are wrapping up tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to continue this Thorpe journey. We will. I want to hear the full call. I want to hear the full conversation if we can. Thank you so much for those that watched and hanged out in the chat and are still here watching my ugly face here, okay? Thank you. Extra shout out to Get Crack for Me. Thank you for the 1331. Extra shout out for Game Over. Thank you for the $10 there. That $23 be well spent. I think after YouTube's cut, I think I get like some of that. Anyway, it'll be well spent. Anyway, with that said, thanks so much for y'all's support. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope y'all have a good one tomorrow. Not sure if you guys work. Hope things go well for you. Okay? Who's on the chat right now? Fed Up Southern Girl? What's going on? Hope you're doing okay. Last time you were in my stream, I got freaking drunk. I remember that. That Snell girl was on call. Yeah, I don't talk to her much. And she knows why. Don't let her play dumb to you, okay? Game Over is cool. Get Crack for Me is cool. Fed Up Southern Girl is cool. Paranormal Drama Llama. I cannot say that fast. Paranormal Drama Llama. Paranormal Drama Llama. That's like a tongue twister right there for me. PDL. Call you PDL. You take it easy, all right? Y'all have a good one. And